And now, from Studio 315, in the luxury towers of Cord Hall, on the historic campus of St. John's Northwestern Academies, it's time for the latest edition of the Lancer News Network. Entertain, unify, inform. This is LNN.
Good morning, Lancers. I'm George Butzer, and this is the Lancer News Network. Today is Monday, January 10th, 2022. Thanks for joining us. We begin today's episode by announcing the results of the LNN episode competition, which took place the week before winter break. 2 teams of media studies students each produced their own episodes. Then you voted for your favorites in the several categories. The results are as follows. Best Overall Episode, Team 1, featuring Antoine Karam, Justin Lindsted, Dalton Papandrea, Ben Vai, and myself, George Butzer. Best Overall Production, Team 1. Best Entertainment Package, Big Boys Eat, Carolina Reaper Challenge by Ben Vai, Antoine Karam, and myself, George Butzer. Best News/Informational Package, Coffee Shop Review by Harvey Batt. Best Anchor, Antoine Karam. Funniest Moment, Carolina Reaper Challenge. And the People's Choice Award goes to Antoine Karam. Congratulations to all our winners, and feel free to go to our YouTube channel to view any of our previous episodes whenever you like. On YouTube, just search Lancers News Network to find all of our content and featured stories. And now it's time for national headlines with award-winning reporter Antoine Karam.
The Health Department reported more than 1 million COVID-19 positive cases around the United States. This due to the big gatherings that occurred during the past holidays and the social activities done during Christmas and New Year's Eve. This is a new record of positive cases recorded in a day in the United States. The past December 30th, the record was 590,000 cases. A friendly reminder from the infirmary. Remember that to stop the spread, we must wash our hands, wear a mask covering mouth and nose, and keep our social distance. Stay safe.
This week for the Lancer sports teams is jam-packed with events. So far this season, the basketball team has had a shaky start with the loss of Jonah Gordon. However, he's back and ready to play, hopefully turning around the basketball squad's record. The Lancers have 2 games this week against Living Word at home on Wednesday, and then again on Saturday in the Luke Holman Classic against Oshkosh West at Brookfield Central. These are 2 great opportunities to see how the Lancers can really play. The swimming team has a lot of potential and great swimmers this year, such as Sophie Zielinski, who has been coming up big for the Lancers. There's a swim meet this Thursday at home, so make sure to wish the Lancers good luck and hope they come back with good numbers. And lastly, the wrestling team, led by team captain Colin Bonacorsi, who's been coming up big for the Lancers. You can wish the Lancers wrestling squad good luck as they travel to take on Milwaukee Lutheran at the Boys Varsity Invitational. Good luck, Lancers, and keep up the good work.
Miss Gagnon would like to remind everyone that it is semester break coming up. Make sure you turn in your time travel itineraries as soon as possible. That transportation can probably be arranged for you. And now here with the 411, our great things our students are accomplishing is today's Student Spotlight.
Hello, for those who don't know me, my name is Dylan Hamer. I'm a part of the Military Academy, and I'm just going to be talking a few moments about a new club that I'll be starting up in the next month. So this club doesn't have an official name, but the idea is that we're going to be building and fundraising for wells in Malawi, Africa. Now, this is a problem because in Africa, the boys get to go to school, the men work, and the women teach, but they still need to get water. So who do they send out 7 miles out carrying 7 gallons of water on their back with 1 meal in their stomach? That's the girls, now ranging from ages from 8 to 16. And not only is this an opportunity to help a community across the world, it's an opportunity for service hours, for your resume, an opportunity to do something that has not been done in St. John's before. In over 100 years of St. John's existence, something like this has not been done before. And I'd love to do this. I think the club will be all-inclusive, military leadership, prep, senior, it doesn't matter. And Now, I will be letting people know, so please contact me if you want. Again, my name is Dylan Hamer. Send me an email if you'd like to join. The club is not official yet, but ideally in the next month, it should get started, and we can do some good things. So, thank you.
Do you have friends or family members interested in all that SJNA has to offer? Invite them to shadow you on campus for a day to experience life at the academies firsthand. And remember, if you refer a friend or family member to SJNA and all of our referral program requirements are met, both the new SJNA enrollee and you, the current student, will have $1,000 credited to your SJNA accounts. To schedule a shadowing opportunity, please contact Mr. Sevens at j7s@sjnaacademies.org. Well, with the long, cold winters here in Wisconsin, many of us stay inside and hibernate until the warmer weather returns in spring. But there is at least one SJNA teacher who revels in the winter outdoor activities. Here to tell you all about it with today's teacher feature is our own Ivana Tamayo. Ivana?
Mr. Fickelman, can you tell us about your experience as a firefighter and an EMT?
So I've been a volunteer firefighter for about 15 years. I served on Saginaw Township Fire back in Michigan when I lived there, and also here in Wisconsin on Okauchee Fire Department, and then on Western Lakes Fire District as well. So all kinds of fun stuff with fire. We were at car accidents, house fires, building fires, you name it, we did it. I was also a hazardous materials technician, so I got to play with all the chemicals. So all kinds of fun stuff. I was a fire service instructor, so I taught all of the fire academy classes. And then as EMT, I've been a CPR first aid instructor for 20 some years now. And one of the most interesting experiences with that was many years ago I was teaching that course to a bunch of schools when I was a principal back in Michigan. And I happened to be teaching the staff of the school that my dad was a principal of. Well, come October, the first week of October is Fire Prevention Week, Fire Safety Week. And my dad wound up having a stroke in the classroom at school. And his staff used the skills that I taught them in August to help my dad. That was one of my most unique and fun experiences.
I've also been told that you love to do like winter sports and winter activities. Like what stuff do you like to do in the winter?
So actually Sunday, the night, so it'll be, when this comes out, it'll be the day after. A group of us, a group of cadets, and Mr. Algren and myself are going ice fishing. We're going over to La Crosse, Wisconsin, and we're going to take an airboat, which is one of those big like swamp boats with the big fans on the back, and we're going to go across the Mississippi River and get onto some safe ice, and we're going to go fishing for perch and crappie and bluegill and hopefully some northern pike. So that's one of my favorites is ice fishing. And then I also have a place up north that I like to go to and do whatever I can. So snowshoeing, snowmobiling, you name it. And I just like being outside. It's just a lot of fun.
How do you like teaching like the shooting sports? Like,
oh, shooting sports? Yeah, shooting sports is awesome. I love it. So I'm actually an instructor outside of school. Surprise, surprise. And I teach concealed carry and other firearm safety courses, hunter safety, and all those kinds of things. So it's kind of a natural extension of myself and my personality and the things that I like to do, my passions outside of school. And so teaching those shooting sports is great. We have archery, and actually we're in the archery range right now, which is doubles as my classroom this year. And then also we have air rifle marksmanship. So we have some really nice air rifles, and we have people shooting. We have a competition coming up soon. And then we also do trap and clays. And that means we take cadets out with shotguns, and they get to shoot the clay pigeons as they come flying through the air. So that's a really cool thing. Mr. Ledictor and Mr. Black are in that as well, and they help out. We all help work together to run all three different programs, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. But I love teaching it. I think it's great. It's a skill that you don't normally see at a high school level, and it's just a nice, unique thing that we can do here.
Well, one thing that affects just about all of us here at St. John's is the food. And the food service department wants to know how they're doing and what they can do to make it better for you. If you'd like to provide some helpful feedback on what the dining hall staff is doing and or areas on which they can improve, pause the show now and scan this QR code. The only way they'll know about these things is through effective communication. So here's your chance to be a part. We'll put the QR code back up at the end of the show so that you can scan it as well. Thanks in advance for your participation. Recently, Ben Vi and I had the chance to check out Revere's in Delafield, and here's our review in the latest edition of the award-winning series, Big Boys Eat.
I'm Ben Vi,
And I'm George Butzer.
and this is Big Boys Eat.
Ben's the only big boy.
George is too.
Nope.
And we're checking out restaurants in Delafield for you and your families to visit at and eat at.
Okay, for the last episode of Big Boys Eat, we're going to take it back to our roots, and that's Revere's.
Back to the original.
We got cheese curds, right? It's so good.
The Southwest Ranch.
So for our final meal, we kicked it old school. We went with our classic meals. I got the chicken tenders, your sweet potato fries.
And I got the root beer burger.
Let's see if it's just as good as last time.
So we finished our meals, and it was really gas.
Good way to end our L&N segment for the rest of the year.
And we ate so much tonight for you guys, we had to call an emergency ride out of here. Merry Christmas, everyone. And finally, don't forget that semester exams begin 1 week from today. Make sure you're taking all necessary actions to finish strong and be fully prepared for exams. Semester exams count as 20% of your semester grade, so take them seriously and do your best. Good luck, Lancers. Well, that's all for today's episode of LNN. Entertain, unify, inform. I'm George Butzer. Thanks for watching. I think I skipped a lot. I hate this. That's why I don't want to be in here. I can't read. Well, one thing that affects just all of us here. Well, one thing that affects all... Wait, that sounds stupid. One thing that affects just about all of us. Well, one thing that just... Well, one thing that affects just about all of us... I got so far. Okay, guys. Yeah, welcome. And finally, don't forget, Ben Vi, shut... You just moaned while I was in the middle of a paragraph. But we gotta go back. Ethan moaned all about it. I hate this. I can't even read.